Hey guys, doing another little character video today. Kind of an obscure character from The Wire, but I feel like he's an important guy to talk about regardless, nonetheless, just because he's so misunderstood by the TV audience. And I'm going to talk about Ziggy Sobotka. So Ziggy Sobotka, prominent character, prominent supporting character in season 2, is the son of Frank Sobotka. Frank is I think he's what we call like the union president for the dock workers, and Ziggy, Ziggy has grown up, and he wasn't really suited for this world, right? He wasn't suited for the world of a union worker. He's very skinny, kind of just like somewhat of a pissant of a guy, always cracking jokes. And to like the normal, audience viewer, he comes off as annoying, right? And you get a lot of like Wire fans or just people in general that watch The Wire that think he's an annoying character. But if you really dig beyond the surface with him, it's interesting because, his entire life, he's kind of told he's not good enough. He's looked down on. Like his dad keeps it instead of, going to community college, and he is he is a smart guy, he knows what to do with computers in a time where, not a lot of people did. Big computer guy, knows a lot about cameras. And he could have gone to community college and maybe made something of himself, but instead, he remains on the docks. He's trying to get work on the docks, and I think a lot of that has to do with, just this need for validation, not just from his father, but the world that his father's in, right? He wants to be, part of that world, he wants to be accepted. And we see, a lot of this, when working with his cousin, Nikki, and Nikki kind of will like cut him, he'll give him money. He'll give him a cut from the deal, but he wants Ziggy to stay out of the deals because he's worried that Ziggy's going to fuck things up, right? And eventually this leads to Ziggy taking his own route of, making some money with Double G, which is another guy in the Greek mafia, that's supplying drugs to these, local Baltimore drug dealers. And Double G rips Ziggy off on a big deal that, a score that they did or that he pulled. And he finally has enough, right? He goes to his car, pulls out a gun, and he shoots Double G. He shoots Double G dead. And, that's kind of the end of Ziggy's character. He's taken to jail. And it's funny, in his interrogation with Jay, he corrects Jay in, the wording of his confession to the murder. There's a lot of theories about this. There's some people that will say, like, I forgot exactly how he corrected it, but it was in a way that made him seem more in control. Like, he had the power in the situation. And you could argue that Ziggy, is the type of guy where, in that moment of truth where he pulls a trigger and kills this guy and basically seals his own fate, he finally feels that power that, had eluded him his entire life. And, he has to have that on the confession. But, yeah, very interesting. I think Ziggy is a pretty interesting character when you look past just the annoying exterior of him. But again, that's The Wire, right? The Wire, all of these what makes The Wire so great, in my opinion, is all of these characters have so much more beneath the surface, and it allows us to have this dialogue rather than, it's the whole show don't tell. Rather than them just telling us what these characters are, we get to kind of see for ourselves and decipher for ourselves, and it helps pull us in more as an audience. But that's all on Ziggy. Besides that, again, thank you guys for your support. Till next time.